Color is a really important aspect of architecture, basically because it's the principal medium for the artist to express the original idea in his mind. As we know, color has some psychological effects, and each color means something. For example, white, purity; black, sadness; gray, resignation; brown, maturity; gold, richness; red and orange are the colors that produce more excitement, and purple, blue, and green are the calm ones. Another important aspect of architecture is the texture. There are three types of it: the tactile one, which is the one that can be felt by touch; the visual, which is the one that refers to the illusion of the surface texture. It is what tactile texture looks like on a 2D surface. This is the type of texture that affects how the room looks. And finally, the audible. This is the texture that affects the sound of the room where it's placed. The audible texture affects how the room sounds. The third aspect is the lighting, and it's the one that brings the other two aspects to life. Lighting makes you perform tasks more easily. It makes you feel safer and more comfortable. It adds beauty and drama to a room, and it can make a small room look open and airy, and a large room cozy and inviting. In so many ways, lighting can make the difference. There are three basic types of lighting that work together. General lighting provides an area with overall illumination. Also known as ambient lighting, the general lighting radiates a comfortable level of brightness, enabling one to see and walk safely. The task lighting helps you perform specific tasks such as reading, cooking, homework, hobbies, and games. It can be provided by recessed and track lighting, pending lighting, and portable lamps. Finally, the accent lighting, which adds drama to a room by creating visual interest. As part of a decorating scheme, it is used to spotlight paintings, sculptures, and other prized possessions, or to highlight the texture of a wall. In the architecture design, there is a really important aspect that is the rhythm, which is an attribute of any object that is marked by a systematic recurrence of elements having recognizable relationships between them. In architecture, much of the effects of a building depend on the harmony, the simplicity, and the power of these rhythmical relationships. The circulation, horizontal or vertical, is another important aspect of this art. The design of the horizontal circulation frequently determines the basic shapes and character of an entire structure. It is important that this horizontal system has an adequate size, and the design works well in either direction. It's also important that the changes in levels needs to be clearly expressed. With this last factor, we go to the vertical circulation. It needs to be practical, in correct proportion with the space and the use of it, and also it needs to be well located. Finally, we have the scale of structure. A scale is the size relationship of two things or parts of the whole. There are two basic measuring tools. One is based on our experience with typical objects, such as bricks, rocks, doors, and windows. The other is the human body itself. This relationship is called human scale, and it means of a scale comparable to a human being. The idea of the human scale is that every part of a structure is assigned based on the measurements of the human body. So, steps, doorways, railings, work surface, seating, walking distances, and other features are fit well to the average person. Human scale is architecture. In architecture, is deliberately violated. For monumental effects, buildings, statues, and memorials are constructed in a scale larger than life, as a social cultural signal that the subject matter is also larger than life. For aesthetical effect, many architects design buildings that prioritize structural purity and clarity, of forms over concessions to human scale.